can't be too loud or holler because I'm in the house and the kids are in the bed. And I ain't trying to wake them up. But I hope everybody has had a good weekend. I hope everybody is getting ready for the upcoming week. For work, school, kiddos going to school, whatever it is you do this week, stay at home, chill, whatever. I hope you're getting ready for this week. It's going to make it a prosperous week, All right, so tonight I'm coming with you guys with 2 different topics tonight. Settling and insecurities. Let's talk about settling first. All right, so you know how when we get us women, let's speak on us women because I cannot speak for a man. I will bring on my guy friends for this touch on this topic of settling. Anywho, us women tend to, when we see something and we like that somebody or someone or something, we tend to put all our focus into that one thing. And this one thing can literally make us or break us. And us women, I'm talking to myself. That's why I'm saying us women. And when I talk about us women, I mean all of us need to learn how to not settle and put all of our eggs in one basket. That was said to me, and I have literally been using this reference for the longest. Shout out to King. I feel like when we like somebody, we tend to close our options off because we so interested into that one somebody because that's who we like. We see a lot of potential in them and we see stuff in them that they don't even see in themselves, and we see our future with them, and guys don't think like us women. That's what we go wrong at a lot. Guys may look at us and see sex or head, and we might look at the man and see a husband or a long-time partner or whatever you want to call them, because some people don't believe in marriage, but they'll shack up with that person and not even marry that person. That's why I said long-time partner. We women need to stop doing that to ourselves. Do you hear me? We need to stop doing that to ourselves. We need to literally keep our options open. This is why we should all date and not settle until we know for sure. We know that person is on the same level as us, and they're matching our energy, and they want what we want, and we're going to go somewhere. Like, for sure know that we're going to progress with each other and grow with each other instead of settling and staying comfortable where we at. No, we're not going to do that no more, ladies. We cutting that off. 2019, we stopping this. Okay. So, I'm saying talking about the settling thing because, ladies, normally we get too comfortable that we be so liking this person that we willing to accept anything from them. And when I say anything, I literally mean anything. This man could be manipulative as heck, and we just love them so much that even though they manipulating us and we know that they're manipulating us, we still, oh, he didn't mean it. He just want what's best for us. Oh, it's not like that. You don't know what's going on. Like, we get on defense mode about this person that's doing us dogly dirty. And we got people outside of our circle that see what's going on, is trying to help us. And we're not accepting the help because either we scared or we ashamed or we just dumbfounded. Or I say dumbfounded because some women, just dumb. And ain't no excuse, ain't no other word for it. I don't care. You know what's going on and you still accepting it and you don't want to come out of it, you're dumb. Okay. If I offended you, I'm sorry. My purpose is not to offend anybody on this that's listening to this. But I want to bring awareness to how us women can get so caught up in this one somebody that can be treating us like a whole dog out here in these streets, and we defend them because we like it, because we comfortable with it, and we don't feel like we'll get that whatever they gave in the beginning. And what we saw in the beginning with this person, we don't feel like we can get that from nobody else, so we settle. Stop doing that. I have done that. I think I've done that. I've done that all relationships I ever been in. I'm going to say that. No, I lied, because I ain't get hit on. I was manipulated. I got grabbed one time. But as far as me settling, I held on to what I knew they could possibly do. I held on to the potential I saw in them, but they never got to where I wanted them to be, and I ended up settling because I saw it, and I just knew it could come out of them. But I just, when a woman's tired, she tired. When she through. There's no coming back. There's no starting over. There's none of that. We quit. But I've done that quite a few times, but as y'all see, I came out. I'm single now. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm learning that my self-worth is the most valuablest thing in my life, and my self-love and my self-care, my self-healing and my self-awareness. I'm working on me, and it's hard because I'm dealing with my demons. I'm dealing with my mental health. I'm dealing with my self-esteem. I'm dealing with my pride. I'm dealing with a lot because I never dealt, and y'all heard me say this so many times in all the other podcasts, I have never dealt with myself the way I'm dealing with myself now. I am going through a phase in life. I'm going to come out of it. When I look back on this phase, I'm going to be like, oh, God, thank you for bringing me out of that, because that was just depressing. It is depressing going through it now. It's very depressing, but I'm dealing with it the best way I know how for me. It's going to take time. It's a process. It's not going to happen. It's not going to go away overnight. I got to deal with these things. So, settling got a lot to do with it because my self-esteem was low. The reason why us women mostly settle is because we looking for something. We're looking for happiness in somebody else. Instead of making ourselves happy and finding happiness within ourselves, we look for it in other people. That's the way to get drained, to suck the life out of you. That's the way for people to come in your life and suck life right on up out of you. I got to stop doing that. I have stopped doing that. I feel like as a woman with 2 kids, I can't be out here settling because I have a daughter and I have a son. I don't want my daughter to feel like she has to grow up and settle for a man that ain't even worth her eyesight. And I don't want my son to grow up feeling like he has to deal with a woman that don't know her self-worth. For like I'm trying my best to set an example for my kids. Like, mama did this, so I want to be like mama on this part. Not like mama every day, but on this part of the smartness of settling and knowing our self-worth and knowing our self-value and loving myself and accepting who I am for me and not what the world say I should be. I want my kids to have their own mindset of what they want to do, make their own decisions, and not let this world tell them what they need to do. And I'm working on that. Because, hold on, we're going off topic, but I got to say this. I hate that the world has this scenario of how we should accept our man or we should submit to our man even if he is beating on us. Some women literally say, my man loved me, he hit me because he loved me. Girl, look. That's so settling. That's just sad. Like, if anybody put their hands on you, that ain't love. Crazy person, that ain't love. I'm sorry, that's just not love. That's I don't know what that is. It's different topics of why people will put their hands on you, and most of it could be fucking hate. And some of it could be pride. And some of it could be, so because women beat on men too. Men get abused. Let's put that out there. Men literally get abused by women. Women get abused by men. But they acknowledge the women abuse more than they acknowledge the men abuse, because women in this day, time of life, or whatever, day and time, or whatever, however the phrase go, a man can't get abused by a woman. If he does, he a weak man. I was finna say something else. He a weak punk guy. And he ain't got no and all this stuff. You know how whatever society say about a weak man, whatever. That's what he is. And that's so sad, because there's men out here that literally get abused by women. And there's nothing that can be possibly done about it. And it's sad, because men settle too. But we're going to get on the topic when I have a man on this broadcast, because I can't possibly speak on a man's state of mind. But I can speak on a woman's state of mind, because I am a woman. Hear me roar. Wow. Okay. So I just feel like us women need to spend time with ourselves and love ourselves and get to know ourselves better is what I'm doing. I'm learning that I hate to read, but I have been wanting to read a bunch of books. So when I get enough money, I'm going to go get a lot of books and just wing myself into read. I hate reading. I don't like it, but I will read. Reading is fundamental. I have books here in my house that need to be read. So I need to start off with the books here at the house. But I'm learning that I like to color, paint, I'm crafty. I like to make stuff. I mean, because I've been so caught up in making other people happy, I didn't really understand my interest, because I felt like my love and my interest and whatever it had to be in that person that I was dealing with. I got lost and caught up in that person I was dealing with that I ain't never deal with me. And I settled because I felt like I had to have somebody to be happy, and I never want to be alone. You can't tell me that now. I actually want to be alone by myself. I like my alone time within myself. Like now, I'm alone. Kids sleep. I'm in my room. I like the alone time. Be in the dark, just balled up, either watching Netflix, Hulu, or BET Plus. Make sure you guys subscribe to BET Plus. There's some good shows on there. If you don't, just unsubscribe. You can unsubscribe at any time. It won't charge you, but still, you get a free trial. Take advantage. So, I mean, I like my alone time. I be in the mirror, putting this stuff on my face. I play in my little hair that I do have. I mean, I'm learning who I am without feeling like I have to be in somebody else's shadow. God, thank you for growth. So us women need to learn how to not settle, because we have so much potential within our own identities that we just get so caught up and lost in a man that we don't know what it is, what we like to do for ourselves. And I'm gonna start doing for me. And us women, you can do this too. But I'm going to start doing self-love Saturdays for myself. So like on Saturdays, I can go get my hair done, my nails done, my feet done, a bit Brazilian wax, go take myself out to eat, go take myself to the movies. Whatever it is, self-love Saturdays is going to be my day for Brianna. I'm going to get a babysitter for the babies, or, sometimes I might just take them with me. That ain't self-love. But I will take my kids with me. But I need to make a day out of the week that is dedicated to me no matter what. Even if I don't have money to spend, I still need to, take myself to the park or drop in. It's some free events out here. I don't always have to spend money to make myself happy. And I need to learn that too as well, because I like to spend money, honey. Who don't? But ladies, we need to start just loving on ourselves and getting to know who we are. Even if you are in a relationship and you're listening to this, it is okay for you to love yourself and you can't take care of everybody else, and you ain't taking care of yourself. You're going to be so worn out. It's going to be like a habit. You're just going to wake up and automatically just do stuff that's not making you happy. Take time out for yourself. get you a best friend if you got kids. And I know it's always easier said than done if you got kids. Like I have 3 kids. Get you a good friend. Let them go to their grandparents' house, their auntie house, their uncle house, your best friend. Make sure you let your kids go somewhere you know they are safe and in good hands. When you're not around, ain't nothing gonna happen to them. Because I know some crazy stuff been going on with these babies lately. They need to find baby Cupcake here in Alabama. I hope they find that baby alive. And it's just nerve-wracking. Like, I don't know. The news are depressing, and I kind of try to not to watch it. But I do need to stay updated, so I glimpse and be like, yeah, okay. And I watch the weather and I go on by my day. Back to the subject. We need to learn how to just take care of ourselves, women. We always do get caught up in making sure our family's straight, making sure our husbands and whoever he is to you straight. I say husband and husband. Whoever your husband, your man, your fiance, whoever it is, we make sure they straight. Your mama straight, your grandma straight, your daddy straight, your sister. Everybody's straight, but are you straight? Are you okay? Mental health wise, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling like yourself? Are you happy with yourself? Like, we need to not settle. Settling is in all areas, not just relationship settling. Settling in all areas of life. Are you happy in the house you got, the car you got? Settling. Just don't. If you ain't happy, change it. Change your atmosphere. I'm working on it. I'm about to change all my atmosphere. Change your atmosphere and just make sure you, the woman you are, you're satisfied with who you are. You know who you are. You know your worth. So you ain't got to settle. You ain't got to put up with having this crazy stuff going on in this world with these men and these crazy, so quote unquote friends. I'm moving around too much. I'm be still. And, we just need to learn how to love ourselves and make sure we're fine. We're happy. We got our peace of mind. We ain't gonna snap on nobody's neck or none of that. We just settling. We just need to learn how to not settle because it feels good. Just because it feels good don't mean it's right for you, honey. Okay, everything that glitter ain't gold. On the land, yeah, we have this conversation. All right. So now that we talked about settling, let's get into insecurities real quick. Now, I know all too well about insecurities because, honey, as of now, I'm insecure. I'm working on not being so insecure about men. I have been misled, lied to, cheated on, used. Honey, as long as I got King Jesus, that song she go all up into, I've been lied on, cheated, talked about, mistreated, I've been used. Okay, that song, yeah, all that stuff. I've been up, down, almost to the ground, but as long as I got King Jesus, okay, sorry, I got cut. That's the song. If y'all don't know these people, go listen to those King Jesus. Okay. Now, my insecurities came from being told one thing, but seeing something else. My insecurities come from snakes. My insecurities, I say snakes. I call a man a snake in a heartbeat because men are. Now, hold up. This is a whole disclaimer. I am not talking about anybody in particular. If you get offended, then you need to go check yourself. I'm not talking about nobody in particular. I'm talking about people in general, men in general, the men I dealt with, the men I know of, the men, whatever. I'm talking about in general. It's not a specific person, so don't get in your feelings. If you are, go check your light bulb. Something wrong with it. Okay. Insecurities in my life came from being lied to, the man sneaking around, the man doing stuff he ain't got no business doing or disappearing out of nowhere. And then, just talking to other women, just insecure. let me see. All relationships I ever been in, I ended up becoming insecure because they claim they stopped doing stuff, but they turn around behind my back and still doing stuff, but worse. And like let's talk about my first relationship. My first relationship, I was young. When I say I was young, I was 16. I was 15, 16 young. Now, all I know is I liked kissing him. We didn't do nothing because I was a virgin. I wasn't finna do nothing with him, but I liked kissing him. I liked hugging him. We cuddled. Like, we young. So, on the way to school, we caught the shuttle bus. Down here in Alabama, it's called the shuttle bus. So, here we are at 6 o'clock in the morning going to school, but we in the back of the bus, hugged up, kissing on each other. He always got on the bus before I got on the bus. And I remember this because it was fun to me. And we got to the transfer station and waited on our buses. We went on 2 separate buses because he went to one school, I went to another school. And we was in high school. No, we wasn't. Yes, we was. High school. And I dated him from the 9th grade up until the 10th grade. 9th grade up until the 11th grade. 9th grade up until did I graduate when I was still dealing with him? Yes, I was. Okay, so I dated him the whole high school scenery. Well, I thought I was dating him the whole high school scenery. And, well, one woman won't do, another one will. I'm going to say that to say this. I wasn't giving up booty. I wasn't ready to give up booty. I was, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 18. I don't know. I just know at 18 it was cut off. So however old I was in high school, from the 9th grade to the 12th grade, I was not ready for sex. But he was. And little did my beautiful young self, I'm going to say beautiful young self because I was going to say dumbass, but my little beautiful self didn't know, well, one woman won't do, another one will. So even though he wasn't getting his sex from me, he was getting it from another woman. And, but, he kept me satisfied to the point where I didn't ask no questions because I'm still young. And nothing he can do wrong in my eyes. I just was happy every time my phone rang and I seen his name pop up or he texted me while we was in school all day texting. Like, he just kept me satisfied. And then when we graduated from high school, my eyes got open to life. Like, what a possibilities of a man can do a woman. Like, I was exposed to, well, first of all, he went and had a whole child on me. Let me tell you, this is when Facebook was new. This is when we was on MySpace going into Facebook. We was on Bebo going into MySpace going into Facebook. Facebook was like everybody, you got a Facebook type of deal. All right, so he was my friend on Facebook and so was his quote unquote baby mama at the time. Well, she's still his baby mama, but girlfriend, but I didn't know she was my friend. At this time, Facebook was fresh, so I was accepting people, right? All right, so take a deep breath because I'm trying to calm down because I still get affected by this because it was just a jacked up situation to me. All right, so one day I'm on Facebook and I'm scrolling, and I see a baby, and I was like, oh, at first, we don't look at names, we look at the picture. And I was like, oh, this baby's so cute. Why does baby look like, wait a minute. And I scroll up, and I see, welcome my firstborn daughter, so-and-so, X and X on this day. She was this, and this. And I look at his name, and I'm staring at this picture in an automatic, like, I say automatic. I'm staring at this picture in denial of, wait a minute, you got to have sex to have a baby. And I wasn't having sex. And that baby didn't come out of me. Wait a minute. Like, this how dumb I wasn't dumb. This how young I was. I was processed. I know if you had sex, you get pregnant. I knew, my mama bummed that in our head. No having sex. You can get sex, have baby on your first try. You know, it's STDs out here. My mama had the sex talk with me, so I wasn't interested in sex. But I'm just in just disgust. I'm pissed. I'm mad. So I called him. He didn't answer. I texted him. He didn't reply back. So I don't even know if Mookie remembered this. I reached out to Mookie and said, Mookie, have you seen so-and-so's picture on Facebook? He posted a baby. And Mookie said, no. I said, go look. And she went and looked. And then me and her comment under here. She commented and said, you wrong for what you did to Bree. I comment under the picture and said, I wouldn't answer the phone if I was you either. And all of a sudden I was blocked. And she got blocked. Then I ran into him at the store. Let me back up. After we got blocked, I haven't heard from him and God knows how long. He enlisted into the Navy. He was talking about doing that the whole time we was together. So he ended up going to the Navy and whatnot. And I ended up moving to Bessemer with my dad. But then I came back down here for the holidays, and he was here for the holidays, and I didn't know he was here. I didn't contact him no more. I didn't even try to reach out. I was just hurt. I didn't get no closure. I was just asking all kinds of questions. At this time, I felt like in order for the pain to go away, I had to be with somebody else. At this time, I'm young, so I'm looking for an outlet of how I get rid of this pain. You know, imported, whatever. Okay. If y'all know what imported is, go listen to Black. Imported, that's the song. Okay. So we came across each other at a store. I forgot. No, it was the mall. This is when Brick Street first opened up, and I was with one of my friends. I don't remember who I was with, but we was walking, and they was walking towards us, and we walked towards them, and I just looked like my whole body froze up, and instantly I just looked at him. And he smiled at me, and I just looked at him in disgust, like, you bastard. I hated him. But yeah. Long story short, he didn't even say nothing. He just said, he didn't even apologize. He just said, hey, how you doing? And I was like, and he was like, oh, so it's like that now? Like, I couldn't say nothing to him. What you mean? We ain't friends. You had a whole baby on me. From what my knowledge, we was in love and we was gonna go somewhere. In your mind, shit, you just was do what you had to do. So, whatever. Long story short, this dummy apologized to me after I had Zion. I don't know. He unblocked me on Facebook, and all of a sudden I got a message from him one day saying, I never apologized to you, but I am so sorry. I just wanted to make all my wrongs rights and da-da-da-da-da-da. I should have never done you like that, da-da-da-da. And not just whatever. And it's funny because at that time I got my closure out of that from him. I ain't even write him back or none of that. If I didn't switch so many Facebooks, how I switch Facebooks, and everybody know I switch Facebooks, I still probably would have that message, but I don't. But I don't even remember which account it was in. I had like 50 million Facebooks. I deactivated that Facebook. The very first Facebook I ever had, that's what the Facebook that was the message was sent to me on. That's where insecurities. I told y'all the story to tell y'all this. That's where my insecurities started with a man. Ever since then, I never trusted a man, but I always wanted to be with a man. And the next man I dated, didn't trust him because that was Zion's dad. And I definitely, man, look, I'm going to share my story. Zion's daddy ended up being married. And I didn't know he was married. If I did, I promise to God I wouldn't have touched him. He was my first. And me and him fell out. Basically, he tried to run me over with his car to kill. He tried to bag into me with his car to kill Zion in my belly and me, obviously. And it didn't work. We still here. And he paid child support. Long story short, I hate that man. Insecurity came after him with my next relationship. I've learned that next relationship, I actually learned to trust him up until he started doing some crazy stuff. And then he just ended up leaving me. And honey, ever since then, I just been insecure with every man I ever dated. It's not that I was purposely not trusting them, but because of my past experience and me not letting myself heal the way I needed to heal and not taking time out for myself. This goes back to settling, and this goes back to feeling like I had to be with somebody to be happy. And Lord, if I knew then what I know now, I would have never done this to myself. But right now, I still don't trust a man. This is why I'm not rushing to get in a relationship. I'm not rushing to be with anybody. I'm not even looking. I'm being Brianna. I'm doing what Brianna like to do. Whatever Brianna want to do to make Brianna happy, that's what Brianna's doing. All right, Breski, Brianna, whatever. Being insecure isn't a good feeling at all, because you have to question everybody's motive and movement, and you know how tired and draining that is, honey. I can't stand it. Like, me speaking on my insecurities, because I can't speak for everybody else's insecurities, and insecurities come from more than relationship, but I'm doing my insecurities, how my insecurity got where it is today. I have never gave myself time to heal from that last relationship, and I always felt like I needed to be with somebody to be happy, so I always jumped back into a relationship. Like, I never was single for less than a week. Let me say that. Anybody that came to me after I broke up and they made me feel better, saying I was beautiful and all this stuff, they was feeding me what I wanted to hear to get what they needed out of me. This is what insecurity came out of. And I'm saying that to say that this time around, hell no. You can't tell anything. Anytime somebody say, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you. I know that. Or, oh, I like your outfit. Oh, like a man can come compliment me today. I'll roll my eyes and I'll just be like, whatever, go away. Like, I'm not interested. I don't care for them to tell me nothing. I feel like I'm being, right now, because I'm self-healing, I feel like men are just tell me something to get either something out of me, something from me, or just get in my pants. And would go away. I just want us women to learn how to totally just be who we are without being stuck behind somebody else's identity. And our insecurities, hold up, because some of my insecurities also come from my weight. Let me say that too. I had 2 kids. I love my babies. I would do it all over again if I had to. I love my kids. But I don't like how my belly looks on me. And I don't like how I got 3 chins. So my insecurity not only come from being hurt so much and being misled so much. My insecurities actually come from I always felt like sometimes I compared myself to, what if my body looked like that? Would I get more attention? Like, I did I had dumb thoughts, but I always compare myself to models or how other people, short people, look. Like, I shouldn't have a belly, or my boobs should be perky, or my butt should come out a little bit more. Like, but then again, I'm learning to love who I am. I like my little 36C cup titties, and I like my little nun booty back in the back. I mean, if I wanted to get big, I just work out, and I'm gonna work the best way I know how to get rid of this third neck. It got to go, but my belly, it'll go away when it feel like it. Like, I'm learning to accept me for me. I'm learning to get over my insecurities about myself. I used to hate how my teeth was. Now, anybody knows me know I got vampire-like teeth. No, I can't bite you and kill you. But I've learned that my teeth ain't got to be perfect. I ain't want to be like, now I'm just like, I like my teeth. It took me a while to accept my teeth. I was insecure about my teeth because everybody had these beautiful teeth and they all together and they had no gap. And here go my little vampire teeth looking like I'm finna go eat somebody's blood or some, yeah. I was insecure about me, but I'm learning to love me for me. And look, another insecurity was when another insecurity for myself was before I cut my hair. I hated my hair. I hated. It is a strong word, but I hated my hair. Like, my hair it needed Jesus. It was damaged. It was done. It was done for. So I did the big chop last year, and my hair is growing back good this year. And I'm learning about my hair. I'm learning about, what kind of hair porosity I have, which I have low porosity hair, which means all the chemicals on my hair literally sits on the top of my head, like water, washing my hair. I have water beads in my head. That I have learned the type of moisturizers I need to use for my hair. My skin is sensitive. I'm just learning about myself. And it's a cool thing because, honey, I love me. I'm learning to love me for me. Even if nobody else accepts me, which I know I have a few people that loves me for me, and they saw in me what I'm seeing in me now. So I mean, it's a process. It's a day at a time. But your insecurities not only come from other people, but it comes from within yourself, because it's something about us that we normally don't like about ourselves. And if we had the money to get it fixed, we would. And I thank God I ain't got the money to get it fixed, because I don't want to walk around here looking like a plastic Barbie. Hallelujah. I'm going to just work hard how I've been doing all year long to lose this weight and get back on my weight loss journey, which I have started like last week. So I start back in the morning, which I need to be going to bed, because I do have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym and then go to work and then go back to the gym. Okay, but anywho, so insecurities come not only from other people, but within ourselves. So we need to learn how to love ourselves and accept us for who we are. And if we don't like something about ourselves, we need to change it. We need to stop letting people get in our head about what we should look like or what we should be doing with ourselves. We need to learn how to cut people off that we automatically got to be insecure about. Like, if you don't trust somebody's moves, and you got to question what they doing and it don't sound right when it come out their mouth, learn how to cut that person off. Learn how to not be afraid. And I'm talking to myself when I say this, Breski, learn how to not be afraid to let people go, because of how you don't want to hurt nobody, or you want to keep that person around, but then again you want to cut that person off because they're not doing right, but you like what you like what they like offer you in a way, but then again you want to cut that person. Like, I'm God, y'all, when I say I'm learning, I'm 28 and I'm learning. It's a struggle, but it's a process, and I'm learning to deal with it a day at a time. I have my moments, but I get through my moments. By the grace of God, I get through my moments. I'm learning to literally get back close to God, because I have lately strained away from that man, and I don't need to do that, because I can't live my life without God. Earlier y'all heard me say I'm dealing with demons. I'm dealing with a dark side of me I have never dealt with in my life. I don't like it. I don't like how I'll be saying the most dumbest things that I never would say. But because I'm dealing with a side of me I never dealt with, I'm just learning to cope with it. I'm not accepting it. I'm going to change it. I'm going to better myself when that time is right. But right now, I'm just learning what it is. I'm learning Brianna, basically. And everybody's journey is different. So do not compare your journey to somebody else's process. Because just because they came out of it and they smiling and hoopity hopping and yelling and whatever it is they got going on, don't mean your journey will turn out to be like theirs, because yours might turn out to be much better than what theirs is. Like, just because somebody went through a depressed stage and now they're walking around advocating for depression, doesn't mean that's your journey. Your journey could possibly just be helping people close to you. Not because everybody don't want to be seen. But some people like attention. So just because their journey ended up being something big, don't mean yours had to be something big. Yours can be a small circle. Y'all don't know how God gonna use y'all, so keep your options open and do not put yourself on a pedestal that you do not belong on. That's for anybody. Do not put yourself on a pedestal. And I don't think I'm saying that right. A pedestal. pedestal, whatever. Don't put yourself in something you don't need to be in. Deal with what you deal with. Pray to God to help lead and guide you. Let God lead and guide you. Do not ask God to lead and guide you and take over the wheel. Let that man drive. He know what he doing. He made us. He created us. He know our plans. He know the plans to prosper us, not to harm us. Let that man do what he do. Okay? All right. Now, I am about to end this podcast because, let me say this. I will be back next Sunday night with hopefully DJ, Mookie, King, Jason, Panda, and Mr. CD to talk about the part 2 of my dad's life. Plus next month is National Diabetes Awareness, and Mr. CD has diabetes, so we will be touching on that. He can tell us from his point of view. I can talk about it from my dad's point of view and my big mama's point of view. We all know somebody that's going through diabetes, but this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and domestic violence, and we're going to be touching on that too, domestic violence. So it was good talking to you guys. I hope you guys got something out of this podcast. To sum it all up, I did sum it all up. Just learn to love ourselves, women. Learn to not settle. Learn to deal with your insecurities before jumping into something that you're not ready for. That will make it worse. Just learn to take it a day at a time. There's a time and a plan and a place for everything. It'll happen if it's meant to happen. If not, don't throw yourself into something that you don't need to be in. I love you guys. Make sure you guys go to Facebook. Go like Breski's Place. Go to Instagram, Breski's Place. Go to Twitter, Breski __ Breski. All the description and links will be down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Make sure you still give reviews. I'm still looking for reviews. I love you guys, and I thank you so much for everything you have done for me, which is listen to this podcast. I love you guys. Make sure you share the podcast and go like social media and do all that. I hope you guys have a good night. God bless. I am out of here. Bye.